Hello, everyone that is viewing our content right now. This is J Rob and Germ Twix.
Yes.
World of Controversy podcast. Oh, and we're going to bring you some controversy today.
Yes. Second episode 2.
Episode 2.
Yes.
So, today we're going to have a discussion about Black Lives Matter versus Blue Lives Matter.
Interesting. Okay.
Do you have any comments on that, Germ?
Yes, I do. Listen, this episode should be a good one. I talked to cops. I talked to a socialist. I talked, I've thought about this, and I've been trying to figure this one out for a little while now. So, Black Lives Matter versus Blue Lives Matter. We're going to dig into it. Welcome to episode 2 of World of Controversy podcast. Of course, I'm Germ.Griffin. You can follow me at Germ.Griffin. This is Julian Robson. Follow him at JWizzle_.
Yes, JWizzle_.
Yes. So, World of Controversy, episode 2. We're here. Wow. So, when did you first hear about Black Lives Matter?
First hearing about Black Lives Matter was like 6 years ago.
6 years ago? Okay.
Yeah. You know, back when it was actually making the headlines.
Right.
I mean, now it's making more headlines. With the whole George Floyd and everything. But, back 6 years ago, back when everything was starting up and everything, we had it here in Philly.
Right.
And remember we went to, D.C. that one time?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's amazing how big it got.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely on the national scale. And, this is not the first black liberation movement in this country at all.
Oh, no. Heck no.
There's been many before. There's been many after. I believe Black Lives Matter really formed in 2013. Black Lives Matter, by the way, is an organization and a movement and a hashtag. So, everyone using the hashtag may not be a part of the organization. Everyone who says Black Lives Matter may not be a part of that organization. And I just want to clarify something. When we dig deep into it, we'll probably be saying that term Black Lives Matter, but there are going to be a few times where we're going to really clarify which Black Lives Matter we're actually referring to, correct? Uh-oh. See, it's already starting.
Why'd you make me laugh, bro?
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
All right. So let's dive into this. All right.
Right.
So, in talking about Black Lives Matter, right?
Correct.
Which is number one response is towards police brutality.
Right.
Now, when we talk about Blue Lives Matter, whatever the heck that is.
Whatever the heck that is. Blue Lives Matter is a counter protest.
I mean, that's
also a media company.
Yeah, it's to counter Black Lives Matter.
Correct.
So, Blue Lives. What are Blue Lives, though? I mean, do we got blue people? The last I checked, police officers that's a job. That's not a life.
Right.
That's a job. You can quit that job
Right.
easily. Black Lives Matter. I mean, they target specific people that you can't quit being black.
Right. So it's more important to identify as a black life because a black life, being black or blackness is actually permanent, whereas blue life isn't permanent at all.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so let me tell you this. Where can you change from black to whatever, color?
You can't. I don't believe you can.
No.
I thought your boy Michael did that once, though. That's
a different story. See, that's a different story. That's a skin disease, but we ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, different episode.
We'll bring Michael into this.
Yeah, we got a whole Michael episode coming up, but this ain't it. Here's my thing with Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. First off, people assume that the two are mutually exclusive, meaning that you can't have one. They can't survive in the same space. This is wrong. Black people have been living with the police for years. The police are here. Black people are here. This country has police officers who are black or identify as black. Now, here's the thing with Blue Lives Matter. You got to understand. Blue Lives Matter and All Lives Matter, we got to talk about both, are counter-protests. That means that there would be no protest, no saying of, actually the entities would not be a thing without Black Lives Matter. Counter implies that something was there first and then something was there to counter it.
So, I'm with what you're saying. There is something there to counter that. And this is where we get All Lives Matter, which was the first thing that came. Remember?
Right.
It's like, all lives. What about all lives?
That was a quick one to come out.
Uh-huh. Now, Blue Lives.
Blue Lives Matter is actually relatively old, too. So that media company actually started about a year after the Black Lives Matter organization, I believe, was founded.
Did they?
I believe Black Lives Matter, the hashtag or organization, was founded in 2013, something like that. And and Blue Lives Matter, the media corporation ran by the cops and retired cops. Remind you, one's a corporation, the other is an organization. There's something really important to remember. So you gotta understand that Blue Lives Matter company started by the cops actually started like in 2014. That's after Black Lives Matter. So something to think about.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Now with this Blue Lives Matter, right? Especially in like as this modern time. So with Blue Lives Matter,
Right.
Okay. Sorry. But Blue Lives Matter counters Black Lives Matter. And you saying Blue Lives Matter came before All Lives?
I'm not sure when All Lives Matter started. All Lives Matter, I don't think, is even a company. I kind of think that's literally just a hashtag. And there is no All Lives Matter movement, I don't believe, nor, I just talked to one of the cops, like I was saying. One of these cops, he was like an Afro-Latino guy, Philadelphia police officer. He said, well, Blue Lives Matter, I don't even think that's a movement. That's the cops saying this, remind you. So that's something to think about.
Okay.
Movement is a political force, an uprising, a movement trying to get, they have demands. There are demands. Blue Lives Matter, there are no demands in Blue Lives Matter. I guess you could argue there's no demands in Black Lives Matter, but at least you know that,
Ain't they asking to be treated better?
By the police, I guess.
I was talking about Blue Lives, actually. Isn't Blue Lives trying to... The police officers asking people to treat them like human beings? Oh, because they're doing their job and they're risking their lives for us. Yeah. They're risking their lives on the line to protect and serve. So-called protect and serve. The fakeness of protect and serve.
I don't understand the protect and serve thing when you need to defend people protecting and serving. I got online and I looked up Blue Lives Matter. I searched it. I watched the video. And you know what I found? people defending the cops, and they love defending the cops, and people really need to defend the cops some of the time. I agree. We need to love the cops. The cops, they're not all bad, but check this out. The cops are actually just a facet in a larger system that we call white. What is it? The white capitalistic patriarchy or whatever they call it.
So look. We're supposed to defend the cops. The cops that are killing us, we're supposed to defend them. Oh, we're supposed to...
Yeah. So
we're supposed to be, what, buddies with them? Come on, it's a world of controversy, brother.
Hey,
I'm bringing the controversy now.
Okay, you're bringing it. Okay, you're right. Should we defend the cops if they're killing our people? No, especially in the cases where they killed our people. We don't need to defend that stuff. We need to literally put people in you know what I mean, in jail. I mean, you do the crime, you know what I mean? You do the time, right?
That's the whole thing. Do the time.
Right.
So what's happening with these cops that are killing black people, unarmed black people, that's not even doing anything, but they consider you a threat because, he's acting suspicious. He looks suspicious. Right. Does that give you the right to kill someone because they look suspicious or act suspicious?
No, it does not. Yeah, black people are an occupation, military occupation.
So, what makes it right for these cops to keep killing unarmed black people?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
And then they get away with it.
Right.
You know, this police brutality has always been around, but it hasn't gotten as big. Mm-hmm. It started getting big when George Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, George Zimmerman was not a cop.
Yes, he was.
No.
He was not a cop?
He was not a cop. I will say it goes back to I Can't Breathe. What's his name?
He was a cop. What are you talking about?
George Zimmerman was not a cop.
He was.
No.
He was on the force.
Was he?
Yeah. He was a cop.
I got to do the research on that. Bro. That was a while ago, though. But, okay. I don't...
Yeah, bro, I don't know where you been at. There you...
George Zimmerman, I do not believe being a cop.
He was.
George Zimmerman was just a neighbor, man.
No, he wasn't. He was a cop. Remember, because Trayvon Martin was walking.
Yeah.
And all he had in his back. See, because Trayvon Martin had the hoodie, and he suspected him of being like...
Yeah, that's what made it so more messed up, man. They killed him. He killed him, and he was not a cop.
He was a cop.
No, he wasn't a cop.
He
was just a random, like, Hispanic in Florida. Someone need to do the research on it. We're recording live, so we're interacting with people. If someone want to comment, yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. But I thought it kind of, because
I remember being a cop.
I don't remember him being a cop.
And then came out. Actually got paid for that one.
Now I'm gonna tell you what was messed up with the cops at that. Though I don't believe Zimmerman was a cop, I think the big thing with that is that Zimmerman. Oh, what did he say? Oh, Gianno, okay. He not a cop. He not a cop. Yeah, okay. So I think she just looked it up. He not a cop. Yeah, he wasn't a cop. Yeah, he's not a cop.
All right, well, we're going to pass
that. But the cops are getting away with a lot, yo. The cops getting away. And he got away with it like he was a cop. Maybe... He got away with it like he was a darn cop. Maybe that's what it was, Julian.
All right, well, that brought a lot of attention, though, to us, though.
Yeah.
And, the Eric Garner, I Can't Breathe.
Eric Garner,
and then you got the Mike Brown that happened. And the countless other names, because in this modern time, it's not getting worse, it's just getting filmed.
Yes.
Now that everybody got smartphones.
Yes.
But back to what I'm saying, though.
Right.
So we have the killing of black people at the hands of cops.
Correct.
Read what your sister said, or whoever that is.
I cannot read the comments, and sorry, y'all. We're going live. World of Controversy podcast.
Oh, never mind. All right, so guy said he was a retired cop. She believed.
Oh, okay. So she believed he was a retired cop. Okay, that actually do make sense. Okay.
Either way, he got away with it. And,
he got away with it.
And he got paid.
He got paid?
So
after someone kills a black person and then they get paid or they don't go to jail, what was black people's response?
What was black people's response?
Maybe the response was setting it up for an organization we call Black Lives Matter. Okay. I'm starting to understand it now.
So,
okay. I get it.
Black Lives Matter, and then that's when you have all these rallies going on, protests.
Correct. Now I got some criticism on Black Lives Matter too. Don't think the BLM people are gonna be safe today. Facebook Live, Instagram Live, WOC podcast people,
YouTube.
So pretty much, I got some criticism. I've actually seen Alicia Garza, one of the organizers for Black Lives Matter, one of the people who started it. I've seen her speak. She spoke at Kutztown.
Oh,
really? Yeah, and there's like 3 women. I think 2 of them identify as queer. And that we already, I may have to bring it in right on that note. Black Lives Matter, actually, people who oppose Black Lives Matter, some of the biggest criticisms and misunderstandings. I talked to a few different people, they always say misunderstandings. First misunderstanding. For some reason, BLM gets this kind of vibe. People think they're associated, I should say, with socialism, Marxism, socialism, and the LGBTQ community.
Socialism. That second one, what is that?
Marxism. Like socialism, communism, all that stuff.
Okay.
And the LGBT community. Okay, so, I... No, first off, I just talked to a socialist, by the way, before I got here, just to ask what they think about this. They're like, I think people, since the 1800s, they've been putting the black liberation stuff and associating it with the Communist Party and the socialists, maybe to water it down or like just so it won't gain power in the U.S. And you know what? I got to do the research on that, but it sounds correct for white supremacists to kind of put black people trying to liberate themselves from the teeth of oppression, like we talk about, to like this being some type of communist thing. You know what I mean?
They had said a lot of stuff about Black Lives Matter.
Right.
But at the same time, Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Stands for what it says.
Right.
Black Lives Matter.
You just killed our listeners' ears with that, man.
I probably did, but they need to hear Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
All right.
Look. All right, so all this with the communism and socialism and all this. Okay. Well, be honest, though. When black people always try to liberate themselves, we always have backlash against us. Okay?
That's right.
So that ain't nothing new.
Nothing new.
It's definitely nothing new.
About that. Right.
That from, but even back in the 60s when we had the Civil Rights Movement.
Right.
They tried to, deem us as communists and all that.
Right.
So, it ain't no shocker they doing it now.
Right.
Even back in slavery when we try to liberate ourselves, they try to deem us as, demons and whatever.
Right.
So
that's something to think about. That's really something to think about. And I think that's where the two ideologies are starting to mix, like, really hard. Like, the contention and the controversy in this is that there's two ideas set up in the U.S. I'm about to break this whole thing down.
Let's go.
There's two ideas. So this is why I keep saying we are literally at the brink of a race war, civil war. There's almost like these two ideas, and you gotta pick one or the two sides. That's what they keep telling us. You go on Instagram, you go on Twitter. Oh gosh, and like you gotta pick two sides. Either you defend the cops, you're for capitalism, and you like the brother Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. You know, and I ain't even gonna put the LGBTQ thing in it because I'm not really sure all these people's views on LGBTQ stuff. Now, and on the other side, it's a lot of that socialism, Marxism. We're liberating black people. Oh, but you can't vote for Trump. You can't be about Trump. And, we're cool with the LGBTQ community. In fact, we're going to push harder for their rights. We're going to push harder for, what is the term? Acceptance. You know what I mean?
Wait. Before we go into all that LGBT, they're already accepted. I'm sorry to change the topic, y'all.
They're already accepted? But even more acceptance.
No.
There's a lot of intolerance.
Hold on. We already tolerate them.
You know what? Actually, yeah, the tolerance is there. But that's a different episode. They are
accepted because nobody, who do you hear, is beating up gay people for being gay?
No, I don't really hear it.
You don't hear that. See, that was back some years ago.
Except when you talk about trans. Now, trans are getting killed. Trans are getting beat up.
Trans, and then we can go into that. You know what? That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
I'm breaking that down too much. No. That's a whole nother episode.
That is a different joint.
Nah, that's when we get big, because I'm going to break that down.
Yeah, we got to get someone on for that, because that is a little
we don't need to get nobody on. We can break it ourselves.
Yeah.
But that's going...
Yeah, because I've already thought about this, too. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Finish what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, Alicia Garza and the two girls, you know what I mean? Beautiful black women, you know what I mean? First off, two of them are queer. Mm-hmm. Second off, I believe one of them said that they are, her and the other one is like a trained Marxist. Did you read that or hear about that? I don't know how someone can be a trained Marxist.
I never heard
about that. And if you are a Marxist or communist on the podcast or listening, I am not against you. I'm not trying to come at you at all. But I do want to acknowledge that just because you're trying to liberate black people don't automatically mean that you are for communism or socialism. And that's the part. And it also doesn't mean that you're automatically for the tolerance or the acceptance of LGBTQ communities.
So, let's get down with this. Because you'll have people that say, oh, we're all in this together, we all fighting together.
Right.
You know, black, gays,
Antifa.
And all that.
All them,
I don't know about the Antifa part, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they come at it from a whole nother joint, eh?
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Okay? There's a difference between the uprising of black people and these gays and LGBTQ community. You know what? No. I ain't gonna go there. You're staring me away, man.
I'm sorry that I'm staring at you.
You are. I'm about to break like a whole...
Alright, I'm gonna look away.
But, no. But here's the thing. Alright, so back to what I'm saying, though. LGBT community, Black Lives Matter, then you got the communisms and the Marxism. Yes.
How the heck did all that get mixed up in this thing? That's my question. How?
Now, when I break this down, because LGBT community are trying to attach themselves to everything. LGBT community.
LGBTQ or LGBT?
You know what I'm talking about. The whole thing.
TQ plus subtract minus equals divide. I love y'all too. Don't think we hit the case. Don't think we hit.
I hate it.
No, we love y'all too. Yo, a lot of them people are writers though. A lot of them. Remember, we were at the One Beyond Lim joint, and it was ran by the queer woman. She the one to join with the dreads and like.
You gotta look at this, bro. Black Lives Matter. LGBTQ.
Right.
Attach themselves to that. Right.
Well, did it start that way though? Did they attach, or was it from the very beginning started that way? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Okay, so LGBTQ community,
right.
You know, Black Lives Matter,
right?
Started. We're about to go into real history. White folks. White folks are the ones that are leading Black Lives Matter. And
what? Why? Okay, I'm not looking at you. Come on, continue to break it down because I'm trying to follow you here.
Look. White folks are leading Black Lives Matter.
Damn.
Did you ever see the marches? How all them white people be there?
Oh.
White folks.
Wait.
And then you have
shoot.
LGBT communities.
Wait a minute.
That's in it as
wait.
well. So
I'm done. Wait, he might be breaking something down because I do be seeing these marches. And it don't look like black people be at it.
It's more white people. White people are the ones that's doing these Black Lives Matter. Whites and LGBT.
Dang.
And then
Marxists, socialists?
They get black people attached onto the movement.
Dang.
So, when it comes to Black Lives Matter, and you talk about actual leaders, they're actually more white. And that's why you see a lot of white people talk about Black Lives Matter. They're doing videos. Black Lives Matter, you know, I care for the black folks. Oh, yeah, now, LGB is a part of it, and they put the flag. But, I'm sorry, LGB has more rights right now than black folks.
I'm glad you brought up rights. I don't know if I can agree with you there, but hold up. Now, I want to bring up the rights thing. They did a Pew study a few years ago, maybe last year, whatever. I'm sorry, I don't got my years together. But they asked cops, do you think the U.S. have achieved equal rights for black people? Do you think the U.S. have achieved equal rights for black people? And so pretty much about 90-something% of the white officers said yes. And about 20-something, about around 30%, I think like 29 to 28% of the black officers said no. Listen, y'all gotta really understand how this thing is working out. The police is a fraternity. And I want to get on that for a little bit too, because actually, you know what I mean, the Fraternal Order of Police is actually something we really got to talk about too. And the police have they're individuals. That's why I can't say that blue lives really matter, but I can say, yeah, cop lives matter. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Cops lives matter.
Cops matter.
That's like saying blue lives matter.
Now, wait a minute, brother. Blue lives should be put in jail just like the other people who do a crime. And sadly, that's what's not been going on. Instead, we got a bunch of people defending the cops. Now, I ain't for defending the cops if they do something wrong. That Breonna Taylor thing.
That Breonna Taylor thing.
That's stupid. That's retarded.
And why haven't those cops got arrested yet?
Because of white supremacy.
White supremacy.
White privilege, white supremacy.
White supremacy.
So blue lives do matter. They obviously matter.
Nah.
They obviously are mattering.
There ain't no blood. You know what? The only blue lives that matter over here is the blue avatars. Now what?
Man.
Oh, yeah, I said it.
Now listen.
The only blue lives that matter is...
What you say?
Blues Clues.
Oh,
Blues
man.
from Blues Clues.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of clues.
He's the only blue lives I see. Now, unless you're talking about one of those, or my man from Foster Home's Imaginary Friend. That's the only blue lives that matter here. There ain't no blue people out in this world.
You killing our listeners' ears. I tell you that, man.
I don't. No,
he said Foster's Home.
Look. Those are the only blue lives that matter to me. I don't care.
All right, so why you don't like the cops?
Because they're racist.
All of them?
Majority of them.
That institution is indeed racist.
Majority of them racist. Majority of them.
Hold up. And then wait a minute. Because maybe we got to define racist. I do believe most of them are white supremacists. Dang. So how am I going to break that down? A lot of them do believe that whites are superior to blacks.
Oh,
I believe that. I honestly believe that.
And they target mainly blacks and minorities. And the crazy thing is, you'll have black people in the cop forces, right?
Right. And they're white supremacists too.
Let me finish. Now, they show off when they're in front of their white cop counterparts.
Okay.
And you know this is true.
Okay.
Definitely do, because they target you. They would never, there's very few that would be on your side and defend you. But they'll show off in front of their white cop counterparts.
Right.
Why? Because they don't want to look bad in front of them. They don't want to lose their job. They don't want to be persecuted.
Right.
Yeah, I went in on it.
I hear you.
Let me tell you this. There are good cops, right? But there's so more bad cops, right? And a few good cops that actually wants to do something. The thing is, the ones that do get persecuted. They get attacked.
Okay.
So that leaves some of the other good ones that be like, oh man, this is what happened to him. Let me shut my mouth and just allow this to happen.
Yep.
Or they might even join. Some might even join in. So they quiet.
Right.
Why?
Right.
Because they don't want to be persecuted. They don't want to be attacked. Right? So when we go into Blue Lives Matter, that's just a job and a career that you can end anytime you want to.
Correct. That's true.
Now, with Black Lives Matter, black people who've been on this earth since the beginning of time, right? I'm got to go straight into this. Black people, we've been through most trauma. We've been through so much trauma, from slavery, segregation, police brutality, attack on our own people. Yes, attack. Come on.
Getting buzz.
Attack from our own people. And here we go. Where, so we get attacked from our own people. We also go through poor education system. We get high taxes, gentrification. list goes on and on what we go through.
Right.
The fact that we have to go through police brutality
shouldn't even be on the list.
When we should be able to call the police if we're in danger.
Right.
You got too many black people that are afraid to call police.
Right. That's a sad truth, actually.
That is the sad truth. I know some people will come on here and talk about black on black crime. And the thing is, we don't disagree with black on black crime. That is a serious nature to talk about. Now, that will be another episode. But I'm going to say this. There's a major difference from black on black crime and police brutality.
Right.
Black on black crime, yes. You have a black guy that kills another black person. Now, majority of the time,
or black woman that kills another black person.
Yes.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're mixing it. Now, yeah, because that Megan Thee Stallion and Tory... No. We ain't going to go into Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
That's all a distraction.
It is. That it really is.
That is a major distraction.
Yeah. Don't get involved in that mess.
Now...
They're trying to divide black men and black women if you ain't peeped the game.
Man, they've been doing that. Taking black fathers out of the homes.
Right. So continue what you were saying.
But back to what I was saying. Black on black crime has to do with a black person killing another black person. Usually that black person gets caught by the police.
Correct.
Put in jail. They're in the system. Yeah. Now, with police brutality, you get a police officer that kills a black person or a minority person. We can go there too. That gets away with it. Whether, person did a crime or not. They gets away with it. Sometimes even get paid off.
Wow.
Well, y'all don't want to get into that discussion. Yeah. Sometimes they even get a little reward. They'll get a little slap on the wrist.
Right.
Make it look like they're doing something. All right. Well, we're just fired him for a little bit, or we'll do this. A little slap on the wrist, and then they back out there.
Correct.
After the whole movement dies down. Once they wait until everybody dies down, and then they be like, yeah, that's okay. You go back on the police force.
Right.
So you should reward. It's really like it's a crime to be black in this world, man.
Dang. Yeah. Man, I hear your emotion, man. I feel you, dog. There's people who walking down the street who looking behind their back if there's a police officer and not knowing what the police officer gonna do. And the situation right now is so hostile. Yesterday I talked to 3 cops, and I was on the phone with Julian at the time. I'm gonna just put it out there. I was on the phone with Julian, and I saw 3 cops in a West Philly park. There was like this one black girl with them, and they were just sitting there chilling. They were all white, 1 white woman, 2 white men, and the 1 black girl just listening to what they had to say or whatever. And I was on the phone with Julian. I said, yo, I'm going to talk to the cops. And Julian was like, nah, man, don't do that, man. It just goes to show, there's some, bad vibes when we think about black people talking or getting close to the police. That should not be the case. We have to fix this thing. And police reform will be an episode coming up, hopefully. We need that episode. There are so many ideas on what to do about the police. Defund, abolish, reform, get people, larger education for the police. And
well, I'll just say this. We don't trust the police. They've been killing us.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
There's some distrust.
There is no trust. They've been targeting black communities. And why should we trust police? Come on, Blue Lives Matter.
Okay, well, first thing, I'm not arguing for Blue Lives Matter whatsoever. But if I was, and we can play devil's advocate right now.
Let's play it. Come on.
First off, what I hear online is a lot of people talking this stuff about the other side, Black Lives Matter people, actually don't care about other lives. And that's kind of where All Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter started. They think the term Black Lives Matter excludes everybody else.
No, but who are the ones that get targeted the most?
Blacks. But what they're saying is that we don't, and again, I'm not for Black Lives Matter completely either, but they're saying that, oh, y'all only care about when black people die. Y'all only care about when black people get killed. First off, black people killing black people, that's the first thing. And second thing, look at this white cop who got killed. Why there's no riots there? Dude, you could go online. This is like the argument almost...
make that argument.
Like a fifth of the time, that's literally their argument for All Lives Matter and Blue Lives.
Hey, you know what else they say?
What they say?
They'll be like, oh, but white people get killed by the cops too.
Correct. Yeah, that's another one. You're right. You're right about that.
You ain't mentioned it, brother. I was waiting for it.
You know what? I should have pulled that one out.
See? Yeah. But they don't have a thing called white on white crime.
They don't talk about that.
They don't say, oh, it's white on white crime. They'll love to bring up black on black crime.
And I think the thing about this thing is how these black people are dying. God hates the shedding of innocent blood. You know, and I don't want to preach today, but, you know what I mean, let me preach a little bit. When you see these black people die by the hands of the police, but by the way, it is government sponsored. It's state sponsored slaughtering on video and, you know what I mean, recorded. So it's state sponsored slaughtering. The state have given people the right to own guns. They've given people a badge. They've given them warrants. And they are slaughtering black people, innocent black people who should not have deserved. It was not a justified cause of death. When a white person dies by the hand of the police, it's almost always somewhat, you know, okay, let me watch my words in this. Because I was about to say it's almost always justified. But the way they're dying almost always seems like, yeah, they were in a situation where they could have got killed by somebody anyway. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You watching videos of people, like, turning around, getting shot by the cops, you know what I mean? Getting in their cars, you know what I mean? Talking to this person in the park, playing with a fake gun. Jeez. Man, this is why there is a side called Black Lives Matter. Because the way they're dying and the reason why they're dying almost make it seem like black people's lives do not matter. That's why they had to bring a counter-protest to say, well, hold up. Police people are dying. White people are getting killed by the police. Black people are dying by black people. This is a communist thing. This is a communist thing. This is a Marxist thing. Don't trust it. But hold up. We still got to figure out the issue of black people dying unjustly by the hands of state-sponsored police. Bam! So, that's it right there.
So,
that's it.
Let's go into this, all right?
That's it.
Blue Lives Matter, right?
Right.
And do you remember the video of the one police officer, you know, when he was talking after, you know, the whole George Floyd rioting and all that, and he was like, yeah, asking for people to treat the police like decent human beings. Oh, you treat us like thugs and criminals and all that. Well, welcome to the party. You've been treating black people like that for years. Now, you don't like it because we're fighting back and we're treating you the way you treated us for centuries. Yeah. Blue Lives, go ahead. You can take the vest off. Right. You know what? We already know. A cop ain't nothing, right?
Right. Yo, you got the time really quick? I wanted to do a rain check. This is the World of Controversy podcast.
All right, we have 44 minutes.
Of course. I always get it on that 45-minute mark.
We're almost done. Now, like I was saying, now, y'all like being treated how we treat you, right? And like I was going to say, a cop ain't nothing without a badge and a gun.
Yeah, that's literally what a cop is.
They ain't nothing.
That's literally what a cop is.
But they put that down. Most of them don't got hands.
Oh, whoa.
I said it.
You saying catching hands? Whoa, bro.
Most of them don't got hands.
They ain't got hands, brother.
Most of them don't.
All right. Where's this conversation going? You trying to go toe-to-toe with a cop tonight or something? We can go to South Philly tonight if you...
I just said most of them don't got hands.
Yo, Proud Boys, we want smoke. Yo, he said meet me at... It's like, no. Yo, man, so what you think about the correlation between... I just said the Proud Boys. What you think about the correlation between, like, the Proud Boys and, like, all these, like, kind of racist organizations? And then we got MAGA. I'm not saying that all people MAGA. But a lot of these MAGA people seem to really like this Blue Lives Matter thing, or like shout it out. So is it a white supremacist thing? What's going on here, man? What's the association?
Of course, that's all association. White supremacy, MAGA. I don't know about Proud Boys. I don't know what that is. So you're going to have to explain it. Well, yeah, you have to explain it.
All right, Proud Boys are literally like a racist group, trying to protect white heritage, I think, And, I mean, sometimes they'll show up at these Black Lives Matter protests or these Black Liberation protests, and they're countering the protests. Pretty much, they're almost like the KKK that show their face. Terrorizing people or whatever. They got a demand or whatever, I guess. If anyone know anything about the Proud Boys, please let us know. Hit us up on World of Controversy, because I don't even know. But they show up to this stuff. Talking about, oh, y'all want to fight the cops? Well, we defending the police. How the heck you defend someone paid to protect and serve with guns and badges? I don't know. But there's a correlation between All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, MAGA. So I see the signs. I see the flags.
Of course.
What's the association between the three?
The association. So MAGA. White supremacy, police officers, and Burn Boys, right?
Proud Boys.
Sorry. So.
Alt-right, I guess, right? Uh-oh. Ronan.
I'm so sorry. I tried to hold that, and that came out of nowhere. And you don't put your mask on.
I put the mask back on. Julian be going everywhere, y'all. We don't know where he been, brother. You know what I mean?
Bro.
World of Controversy podcast. He been all around the world,
Bro. Okay. I haven't been as much places as you've been. But
that Rona hit me hard. Dang.
Like I was saying, the connection between the police, MAGA, the cops, Proud Boys.
Right.
Let me tell you this. It's all stemmed with white supremacy.
Correct.
Racist white people. The problem is, a lot of white people don't even... They're trying to deny there's a thing called white supremacy.
Right.
But how can you deny something that's so evident there? Either you're blind to it or you just don't want to see it at all. But yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. And that's why we have the police killing us. And then they got their response: Blue Lives Matter. There's no blue people out here. There's none. None at all.
Yeah.
Unless you got blue avatars. And that's only lives that matter to me. That's only blue lives that matter to me. I don't care about no cops.
Okay, so here's my thing, yo. Part of this hostility, and I'm gonna close it up sooner than later. But I just want to say, yo, there's a lot of rap songs talking about killing the cops. I feel like we've normalized talking about killing the cops, the opposition, the 12. I remember me and you actually being at a Black Lives Matter march back in 2016. We were in the march, right? And first off, that march opened my eyes to a lot. First off, the cops had like undercovers in the march. And people,
I do remember that.
People started to catch the fact that some of these folk were undercovers and pushing them out the march. That's the first thing. The second thing is we're in the march, and then like the crowd starts shouting "F the police." Do you remember that? And I felt a little bit like I don't think we should be going to the point where we're saying "F the police." The police are indeed a facet of white supremacy. Let me be the most clear.
Bro, I support that.
But to say F the police, I'm not about. We need. There's not.
Hey,
listen.
F the
listen.
police.
Hey, listen. Most black.
NWA had the song F the police.
Bro, most black people would say they want the police. Period.
I don't care. I'm with NWA.
Listen, I'm not with NWA.
I'm with NWA.
No, I hear them.
I'm with NWA.
I hear the frustration because I don't like what the police are doing. The police really gotta go.
So let's say it.
Nah,
let's
man. No.
I might have to have the song on.
Uh-oh. FTP. FTP. Is it okay for us to be normalizing hate towards the cops? Come on.
I wouldn't say hate towards them, but it's a strong. There's a strong dislike towards them. I can't say hate.
See, okay, so you got a line. Hate is where you go, but F the police cool, but the hate
for the police, yeah, I'll go with that. But I ain't saying there is a line between it. I wouldn't say hate the police. I actually do not even say kill the police. Like you said, yes, we do need to love the police. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying they're like buddies.
Oh no.
You know. Now there's a love. There's a Christ love.
Right. So me and Julian come from a Christian background, and that's kind of where I'm coming from. It at the same time politically. You know what I mean? If y'all want to say at the police, I get the frustration, I get the opposition, but I just want to be clear that these are indeed people. They take off the thing. But at the same token, and I'm going to play devil's advocate like twice, yo, there's people online really defending trash that the police are doing. And I can't understand why they would do that. I mean, they sound like white supremacists.
Well, the racists are coming out.
Right.
The racist side coming out.
Right.
Now I'm about to really end this off.
Okay, end it up because I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, I'm about to end this off.
End it off.
Okay.
Shut it down.
Now, this whole thing with what we're seeing right now, police brutality, MAGA, you got the attack on black people, attack on minorities. I'm about to finish off with this. It's not a race problem. And I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. I'm about to, this is the spiritual side of things. This is a spiritual warfare we're going through, right? So it's not a race problem, but it's a sin problem.
Correct.
And I know I'll have some people that really don't believe in this stuff, but that's all right. If you don't, that's all right. But I'm going to say this. It's a sin problem.
Correct.
And as long as we have the sin in the world, this problem ain't going to go away.
No. I agree.
And it's about to intensify.
Wow. I couldn't agree with you more, man. Listen, World of Controversy, episode 2. We had a great time talking about it. We're going to try to keep interacting with y'all on live. I'm Germ Griffin. Please follow me at germ.griffin or germtwix on Twitter.
J-Rob. Please follow me at jwhistle_ on Instagram and Julian Robinson on Facebook.
Yes, yes.
And you can follow us on WOC Pod on Twitter, WOC _ podcast, right, on Instagram, and WOC podcast with us on Facebook, and then WOC Pod on YouTube. So that's it, you guys. Good night. That was freaking